If you've ever wanted to build a sturdy, timeless farmhouse table, well, you've come to the right place. My name is Connor, and today we're tackling the heart of it all, the base. From rough lumber to a rock-solid foundation, I'll walk you through each step with tips, tricks, and a dash of fun. So grab your coffee and sit back. This is going to be awesome. Shop fix. It's for the love of woodworking. First up, we've got to turn these rough 2x6 and 4x4 pine boards into smooth square perfection. Start by cross-cutting all the lumber to a few inches over their final dimensions. You'll want to make the base high enough so your table rests 30 inches off of the ground. A simple calculation of how thick your tabletop will be, and then subtracting that number from 30 will give you the length of your table legs. This is where the joiner really starts to work its magic. After squaring one edge, I then rip the boards to their final width of 4 inches. The length of these table aprons will depend on the desired length of your table. Then, you'll want to flatten one face of each board on the jointer before running all the boards through the planer to get a uniform thickness. Take your time here. Flat square boards make all the difference later on with the joinery. A good idea is to always mark your reference faces and edges with a pencil. This keeps everything orientated correctly throughout the milling process. With our boards properly milled, it's time to cut them to size. Using a miter saw or circular saw, cross-cut everything to their final dimensions. Measure twice, cut once, you know the drill. Keep these cuts precise, especially for the legs and aprons. They're the stars of the show. Now comes the fun part, which is creating the mortise and tenon joints. These bad boys are the key to a strong, wobble-free table base. Start by marking out your mortises on the 4x4 legs. You'll want to use a mortiser or a drill press with a mortise jig attachment to hog out most of the waste. These first mortises are open at the top to allow the table aprons to rest flush against the top of the table. Now we can clean the rest of the mortise up with a chisel. The table aprons will act as our tenons for this joint. Aim for a snug fit. It should slide in with a bit of resistance, but not require a sledgehammer or a mallet to assemble. With the mortises for the table aprons created on all 4 corners, it's time to hollow out a portion of the 4x4 table legs at the bottom. These mortises will be used for a supporting 2x4, which will allow us to attach a support rail across the length of the table later on. After hogging out most of the material, we will again finish cleaning up the mortise with a chisel. These mortises are like the bread and butter for this amazing farmhouse table base, and will give your table the strength to last generations. Once you've test fitted everything and happy with the joints, it'll be time for the glue up. Begin by spreading wood glue evenly inside the mortises and on the outside of the tenons if you want. You'll then slide the tenons into place. You can use a flat reference board for the top tenon to help you align the board correctly. However, we will not be gluing in the long table aprons here, so that the table can be easily disassembled into smaller parts later on for the ease of moving. Oh, and remember, don't over tighten your clamps or you risk bowing the table legs. Once the legs are all glued up, it's time to fit the aprons into the remaining mortises. Test fit everything first. If it's a bit tight, lightly sand the tenons until they slide in smoothly. The aprons will tie the legs together and add some serious stability to your table. Now it's time to get work on the bottom support rail. We will cut a dado on both ends of this board so it can be fitted snugly into place. It's a simple groove, but it makes a huge difference in keeping the legs sturdy over time. Measure carefully to ensure the rail fits snugly into place without any gaps. To make this joint even stronger and more seamless, I cut a half lap into the 2x4s before the glue up. This also helps to easily align everything. You'll notice I used a band clamp to hold the base together while I fitted everything into place, and it worked really well. After test fitting everything and checking for squareness, I went ahead and removed the long table aprons. We will be adding pocket holes onto the ends next. Using my handy Kreg jig, I drilled 2 pocket holes into the table aprons on either end. These pocket holes allow you to secure everything tightly with screws. It's a sneaky little way to secure and mount everything into place while also allowing for easy disassembly later on. Alright, let's bring it all together by securing the bottom support rail with screws into its dado slots. Check for squareness as you go. There's no room for wobbles on this farmhouse table. Finally, you can add on short pieces that tie the aprons together in the middle and provide a sturdy base for attaching your tabletop. If you're feeling ambitious, you can also add a couple of practical and beautiful drawers for storage. And there you have it, a gorgeous rock-solid farmhouse table base that's ready for its top. Whether it's for family dinners, game nights, or just showing off your woodworking skills, this table is built to last. Well, thanks for joining me on this build. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know what you're building next. And until next time, happy woodworking, my friends.